Welcome to another episode of Midlife Moxie, also known as the Hot Mess Express. Coming to you today, and I am in my pickleball gear because I just came in the door. So that's just the way it is today. Like it
You-
or lump it.
Well, you know what? And this is Jen. It is, I think, perfectly on topic because we are going to be talking about life and lifestyle and all the things about style and life. So this is kind of perfect because Gail and I don't walk around glam. Well, Gail does. Gail walks
No,
around glammed up, but I don't walk around. We were just joking. She just came back from pickleball. She's like, "We're recording. Let's do this. This is how I am. This is real." And I'm like, "Great. I can't wear any makeup because I've got some weird eye thing going on." Of course, like
I can only
you
have
guys
on
can't
this
even tell
jacket.
any
I've been to pickleball in this because we're playing outside. That
how
you see
tan
that
you are.
tan? That's how much pickleball we're playing. But this is wet from sweat and wet towels to cool you down. So I had to put on a jacket when I came in the air conditioning, but it I have no fear. It is heat index was like 96 when we finished. I'm like,
So if someone's watching this for the very first time and you don't know us and you're thinking these are the ladies that talk about color and style, well, yeah,
I look pretty pickleball cute. I'm
that's
going to talk
us.
about my little pickleball ensemble, but this is sweat and sunscreen. That's all you got. I
Look
did
how
brush
she
my
glistens and
teeth.
glows, everyone. Look how she glistens and glows.
I probably smell. That's how nasty it is outside. I live in South Carolina, and we have to play pickleball at butt crack of dawn to get in any games outside. It's just we're in a one of those heat dome situations right
Oh,
now. So
so are we though. In Virginia, it's the same thing.
yeah,
It's like
we're going to be heat
110.
index of like 107
Yeah,
today, which is
110.
not
We had
good.
111 the other day, which is just
Crazy.
unheard of.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Plus, throw in some humidity for you other people that don't have humidity. You get the heat and humidity, and you just
yeah.
die, just die. So let's
Oh,
talk about carrying your color type and your style into all parts of your life because those of you who don't know, Jen is our color expert. I'm the style expert. And so sometimes Jen doesn't get to see how you guys live out your color and style analysis and your what we teach you. But I have that kind of after you've been color analyzed relationship as I work with you on styling and I see how it manifests and how it plays out. And I also just have worked with a lot of women over the years. And what I see sometimes is you not carrying it through all parts of your life. And when I work with people in style, I have a couple of tenets. One is you need to dress for the life you have. We'll talk
mhm.
about that because
Absolutely.
you got a big mistake there. The closet should reflect the life you have today, not yesterday, not tomorrow, today, including the size you are today. And
Yep.
then I really want to see women carry their color and their style through all parts of their life. And I see women not do that. They go out and they wear their colors and their style and they look great. And then they come home and look like slump it up. We're not talking about being fancy. We're talking about simple things that make a difference. And they really do make a difference, not just how like your family, your husband, your boyfriend, your cat, your dog perceive you, but how you feel. Now,
Yes.
with that said, I don't know about you, Jen, but this goes as far back as I can remember. I've
Mhm.
never liked to not feel good about what I have on. And I've always like if I'm going out to mow the lawn, it's got to match. I just have a matching issue. I am bad match.
Do you match your lawnmower? Do you match? Tell me the truth. Do you like style your lawn? Do you like,
No, but I do like my pickleball gear might be pink and black and have little things on there to put my name on my paddle, and they might be pink and black and white. And the bag I carry my paddle in might be pink and black, and the water thing I drink out of might be pink, and the other one's white, and the other one's black. So there might be some things, and I may take it too far, but it makes me so happy for everything to be all coordinated. So no joke, I'm looking at a new paddle because mine got a chip in it. Long story, but I really have my mind on this certain paddle, but alas, it doesn't come in one of my preferred colors. So
oh
I'm
no,
going,
what
I don't
was
know if I can do that.
okay, but I think your point is though, it's not about the neighbors seeing you looking all dolled up. Although if you do care, That's a win. But really, sometimes, or maybe everyone's a little bit different about this, but sometimes it just feels good to be able to open up your closet and always have something that you know is in your right color and in your style. And it doesn't, and I'm not talking about fancy things, kind of what Gail is saying. Like when I go to the gym or when I go running, all of my tank tops and my sports bras are all in colors that I like, that look good on me, and I feel good in them. I have others. I do from like kickboxing stuff. They're gray. They're there. If I run out of the other things, they're there. And I will definitely sweat in those because you're just sweating. But there's just something about wearing and seeing in your closet, in your drawers, the things that you really like. And you know you look good in them. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy. We're not talking about going out to the ball on a Friday night or whatever. So
Let's talk about what that kind of looks like because it's not
yeah,
about being fancy. Because like when I play pickleball outside, the only thing on my face is sunscreen and
yeah,
my skincare
right,
because it's just, I mean, like after every game, you're like wetting your face. You're like, because it's just so hot out there. So we're not talking about looking like a beauty queen, but there's
right.
some small things you can do. First off, my goal as your stylist is that you have a closet full of things that are right for you. So if you say, well, my pickleball clothes are this color or that color, unless you're playing on a team that requires you to wear something, I would say, why are they that color?
Right.
But some of this is not your fault, I like to say. Because, like, when we get into certain areas of garments, and this is something people don't realize sometimes, manufacturers tend to make certain garments in certain colors.
Yeah, that
It's
drives you
just
crazy. I hate that.
like athletic wear is predominantly cool.
What is that about?
It's red, it's black, it's navy, it's pink,
It's
it's
muted.
white, it's
Sometimes it's very
gray,
muted, like a dusty pink. It's like,
blue. It is hard to find like rust, copper, terracotta, deep brick red. So when I do for my clients that,
yeah,
live in that world, even for their athleisure, their lounging wear at
yeah,
home, like I found one this week that was like a muted orange, like a dusty kind of mid-tone orange, and it came in petite. So like my petite girls, I'm like tap as hard as I can. I'm like, get this. This never happens. You do not find warm athleisure wear and you don't find it in petite. Buy this right now. So I understand that you've been led down some roads, and sometimes we're led to think certain things need to be a certain color. And I want to see you carry your color style and your palette through everything you do, down to your undergarments, your swimwear. Y'all, it feels so good. And here's the other part of that. When you do that, you can have a lot more crossover between garments that you wear for multiple purposes in your life. Because I have some pieces that can be worn in multiple ways. Like it may be a black skirt, and I can wear that both just a casual or I can wear it to pickleball if it's the right color. But when we choose the wrong things, staying in the store, we allow ourselves to be pressured by what's available rather than doing the hard work. I'm sorry, this dog. Come on. You will wind up wearing the wrong things places and you won't. And I can tell you almost every time I go to pickleball, someone comments on my outfit. You always look so cute. I'm like, well, it's kind of my job. But it's very simple choices.
Mhm.
Um, like my neutrals, black, nude bra. I do have a royal blue athletic bra, but I like my nudes. My jacket's white. I'm not going to buy a beige jacket. It's going to be white or black because it's going to match most of my things. And I use the same principles that I use when I'm filling my wardrobe to fill up my pickleball wear. Now, why am I talking so much about pickleball? Y'all got to understand, I play pickleball 3 to 5 times a week. Like last week, I played 5 days and it's 2 to 3 hours. So it's a significant part of our life.
Yes, there you go.
So I suggest you get out your calendar and you just be really honest with yourself about where am I spending my time?
That's right.
Because we get lulled into buying clothes for things that we really don't do. It sounded good. And my clients will even tell me, they'll show me something. I'm like, so tell me, where are we wearing this? And I always say we, they think it's so funny. They're like, well, we probably aren't going anywhere that I would wear this. I'm like, we need to get real. Express yourself where you are. So, like when I'm buying pickleball clothes in my basics, I'm going to have like my sneakers are white. My jackets are white and black mostly. I've got the basic tank tops, white, royal blue, pink, and black, bright, cold, deep all the way. And I have a lot of print skirts that match those colors. And I've just created the same little mini wardrobe for that part of my life as I do the other parts of my life. And it makes it very easy to go get dressed. And it makes me feel good when I'm there. So here's the other part that Jen, I want to address. Stop chewing my desk. I'm so sorry.
Gail's having a little bit of a I don't know, dramatic
I thought I was
whirlwind
getting
of dogs
instructions from
last.
my dad, and I got this. I mean, she's bright, cool, deep. I kind of love that.
On the
She's a
listeners,
bear.
she has this black and white dog, and she is adorable. But so now she's got two, and
And
they're
such
just
fun.
causing a whole lot of grief right now, and so Gail is just a little bit over it, but she still loves her
Little
pets,
stress.
obviously, because she's getting smooched on. So, but why are
So
you telling
I
them
want
that? She
you to
just said
talk
me.
about from the color perspective because I think too people miss that part. They think they can just put on any color that doesn't matter. But at a time when you're not doing your full look, you're not doing your hair, you're not doing your makeup, maybe you're
Right.
going on a boat for the afternoon. I think the smart move is to wear one of your best colors because you don't have anything else to help you. So, what say you, color expert?
I say I agree because there's a psychological factor here that we're talking about, right? And I mean, when you let's say for me, for example, let's say that I'm only working from home today. No one's going to see me. And by the way, every time you say that, somebody else, there's always an opportunity for someone to see
I
you.
know it's at the
But
door or you have to run.
right. But I throw some crappy gray oversized t-shirt on and maybe I still have my pajama pants on and I am looking tired. And the thing is that there's a little bit of a psychological factor there that if you don't try and you're like, screw it, I don't care, even my energy is down a little bit. And I avoid the mirror. And when I do, I'm like, ooh, I'm looking rough. And those are the worst things to say to yourself. Like, not again, unless you're someone that has 150% self-confidence and you don't care about anything, when we look in the mirror, we are our worst critics. And it is so much more positive for your mindset to look at yourself in the mirror, even if there's no makeup, no, your hair is fine, nobody, you don't need makeup, but you're wearing a color that is one of your favorites, and it brightens you up, and it's just a positive energy, and that positive energy just overflows into every other aspect of your life. If you feel tired
I
and
think I'm
drab and you put on tired and
poorly.
drab clothes, everything else kind of gets that same sort of energy, and that's not living your best. We want you to
If
live
I
your best.
play poorly, but I look cute, I can always tell myself that. Well, at least I look cute. And I'm going to step on toes here, but I am going to say it. I do care how I appear to my husband. My husband and I've been married 27 years, but I still want him at any given time or place to look over and say, yeah, that one's mine. She looks cute on the pickleball court. She
Yeah,
looks cute in her pajamas. She looks cute at the grocery store, even if I'm slumping dumping. So the other thing
I
is
agree.
people struggle on how to carry their style through. Like I have an edgy style. So how does that parlay itself into, say, athletics? Well, for me, um, I still always wear earrings. It's right for me. I don't usually wear my rings or anything, but I'm always going to have on a pair of hoops because it balances my face out. But like these visors, I have this visor black with the metallic. I have a white one. I love them. They're very functional, but they look cool and they're just a little different than the average visor. Or like my husband has some really great socks. He has the Thorlo socks with the word down the back.
Mhm.
He has some knee-high compression socks in fun colors. There's ways to bring your personality and your style into any outfit.
Right. In
I think
fact,
we shift up on
yeah, like
that.
for me, for example, a lot of my running clothes and my workout clothes, my leggings, I have got a bunch of different like watercolor pattern leggings, bright flowers. I have solids too, but especially when it's on season, and some of them fit better than others, I will take those loud, colorful leggings and put those on way before I grab a pair of black or I think I've got blue in there somewhere too, but mostly I've got
That's
all these really
wearing
fun
black leggings
colors.
for exercise, ladies, is being lazy. Now, black leggings are perfectly appropriate for me as a bright cold tee. But if you're just doing it as a default, just stop. You can make a better decision. Now, some of you it's a little harder to find, but when you do, it's worth it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Maybe to stand out from the crowd and be, you're just going to look great and you're going to feel great. I
I
promise you, you're going to feel
I
great.
remember once, and I did it forever ago. I started this little mini series on the blog called something your okay, I forget what it's called. I want to say your perfect wardrobe, but that's not what it was called. It was called something else. The whole point was is that to treat your drawers in your closet sort of like this uh, sacred, like your sacred wardrobe. It was meaning like just kind of like we always keep saying, like, take your time and find the clothes that you like and the colors you like and the styles you like, because if after a while, when you open up your closet door or when you pull out a drawer that has all your pickable stuff or your workout stuff in it, and all you see is an array of the things that you like, it is so much more joyful to reach in there and pull something out. Like I've got socks and in bright colors. I don't have any white running socks. My Seekers have a coral pink trim, shocker. But it's kind of the same thing. When I go in, I don't want to see a sea of gray and black. I don't want to see that. I want to see some color for me, for my style. And so just even having that as a visual in all of your key places around you is
I think there's
so
something too.
pleasant. It's so
Don't
nice.
you agree that our best colors kind of make us happy?
Yeah. I do. I really believe that. I think you should be putting your best colors everywhere, not just on your body, but in your car, in your home, and if you have a special, if you have an office or your own personal space, 100% in there. Paint your walls, put art on the wall that has colors you love, pens,
I
pencils.
think that my walls are white, the pocket doors are black, and my carpet is pink and white and orange and black.
So, and you guys are probably thinking, like, she's so full of it because mine's white behind me, but that's because my art fell off the wall. It's over there. But if I turn my camera on right now, you would see, for me, what's important to me, all the things, including a red couch over there. And these walls are white specifically because I want it to be an art gallery kind of vibe. But
It's
anyways,
funny too, you was talking about that because when I headed out to pick all this one, I was grabbing a chair, just a little camp chair we sit in around the court to rest, and it was red. And
face.
I said, it's not going to match my outfit today.
I
That's
can
how
imagine.
much it bothers me. Like, I want to sit in this chair and be all discombobulated. But it's true that, and if you're a person that cares what other people think, I'll just tell you that harmonious color palettes are attractive.
Yes.
And
Pleasing to the eye.
people, it feels good for other people to look at it. And they don't even know that's why they like.
Right.
Just know that something feels soothing and right about that.
Mhm.
Disjointed color kind of is offensive to our eyes and our systems a little bit. It just is. I think that's everybody. I know it is for me. It just
I
feels a little
think I don't know. This is going to be a little bit of me making something up, but I think that from like a science perspective, I think the human eye tries to make sense of what they're looking at. And
mm,
so, which is why our memories are always a little bit inaccurate. It's what we remember because our brain is taking something and we're trying to make sense of it. So when we have colors that when Gail says harmonious, what it means really is they're all the colors kind of share a color, like they all share yellow or they all share blue or something like that, where they're all, you may not know by looking at it, but your brain is going, something connects there. And this is what we do in art all the time. If you want a harmonious palette, you mix a little bit of one color into all your paints. And even though someone looking at the piece doesn't understand exactly why, but everything seems very harmonious. And there's nothing wrong with wearing colors that are against each other, contrasting. It's a choice. It can be pleasing, but I've read about this, like if like complementary colors, like a typical complementary colors, orange and blue, yellow and purple, right? Red and green. You probably read that a million times and I learned about it in school or whatever. But Our brains actually take that spectrum and we somehow can match those together and go, yes, those two colors, when they're put together, somehow neutral out. And that becomes also pleasing. It's when your brain can't make sense of it. It's like when if I put this on, this type like a coral pink top on right now, and then I put on a red pair of pants, it's gonna look a little off. And
We sometimes do not realize why we find things attractive as humans. And there's some science behind this from a what we consider a beauty perspective.
right.
Like we see people and we think, well, they're handsome or they're pretty. But what's really going on with our vision and our brains are assessing symmetry,
Yes.
balance,
Mhm.
and we're not saying, oh, that's a very balanced face. We just know that we find it attractive. It's the same way with color. Like we don't even know why we find that attractive necessarily, but our brains and our vision are wired these ways. So
Well, and
you
unfortunately, go
you
ahead.
may not give two craps. You may not. But I think if you're truly a student of color and a student of style and fashion, why would you stop with just what you wear to work for the day?
I agree. They never at work doesn't need, like, what about other people that get to see you? They get to see you in your best too,
And
I think.
you and you. So let's talk about some of the ways that we bring that in. So if you're talking about sports, workout wear, athleisure, I think you need to go back and start with those same principles with which you built your original everyday workwear. Now, I want to be clear when I take on a new style client, we work on what they wear the most first. And when we do a closet edit, that's where we start. Tell me your daily clothes. That's where we start. So this is more advanced, but a lot of you guys have been riding with us for years. You are
Mhm.
advanced. When I work with style clients over the years, eventually I get down to their swimwear, their underwear, their this, their that. And so just know that if you're new to us, we don't expect you to be like this out of the gate or to get this together out of the gate. But I want you to use those same techniques that we teach. Identify your best neutrals,
Mhm.
carry that over to every other area of your closet: pajamas, swimwear, athleisure, all that. Then start with a small little pot of colors. It can be a little different than the colors that maybe you're wearing every day. If we started with some specifics, like if you're bright or medium, it's very natural for us to select a blue and an orange. Those are great tones for you. So whatever that is, maybe for athletic wear, you want to dip into yellow and orange a little bit more, go just a little different. As long as it's in your palette, you can do a little different, but just choose a couple of palette colors that you're going to work around. That way, when it gets to things like your visor, your jacket, your sneakers, your whatever your equipment is, whatever your situation is, it's very easy then again to tie everything back with those grounding neutrals. For me, white and black. For you, they may be camel, brown, whatever. And then you have a little palette. For me, it primarily involves around like royal blue or a very bright blue, very bright pink, some purple, and my white and black.
And
And
I mean that athleisure, just if in case anybody doesn't really understand what that means, and I'm assuming most people do, but just that in my opinion, that includes work from home clothes,
mhm.
right? Many of us are at
What
our
your
desk.
job is. Now, if
Yeah,
you're on Zoom, you're probably dialing it up, but like this is what you wear on the weekend. This is what you're wearing to your kids' soccer
right.
game.
Which means if you have to
And
pick
let
up
me
and run to
just
the
say,
store real quick, you at least don't feel like, oh my God, I have to go change my clothes before I leave the house.
let me say, athleisure wear is a whole category of its own now, and it is a considered a category that people do wear out. And there's
Yeah,
more and more clothing in this category. So you don't just have to wear black leggings,
I
y'all. When
know.
you just black leggings, t-shirt, that just tells me you gave up and quit. You just didn't even care anymore, unless you build an outfit around that. So these things like athleisure wear, we're seeing like matching fleece top and bottom, like a 3/4 zip and a wide leg pant.
I like
Very
pants, the bomb with stripes. I love
thing.
stripes. Love a
Oh, the
stripe.
stripes are giving me 1980s life.
I love
Or
the
you got
stripes.
a
Makes me
short
laugh.
set. That's the same fabric, but it's a matching coordinating short set. So we've went way beyond leggings, ladies. It's time to up your game. And there's a lot of things out there. Athletic little dresses, those are my favorite. Those are my
Yeah.
go-to in the summer. putting on something with a crotch in it just seems like living in one of the outer rings of hell. It's so hot. I love t-shirt dresses, sweatshirt dresses, sweater dresses, all these. It's a one and done. I throw on some sneakers, I throw on my hoops. And this becomes very easy to transition over to your vacation wear if you're just going for a low key vacation. Like we'll be going to the beach soon, and it's just a very low key island. In fact, they make fun of the name and put slow in the name because this island is so slow, and just those little dresses, those little matching short sets, pair of sneakers, pair of hoops. I'm good. I'm going to dinner with my hair wet and a little lip gloss, maybe a CC cream. That's it. But because it all works together, that athleisure wear that I can wear, my sneakers work, my
Mhm.
jewelry works. If I need to grab a jacket, it works. My sunglasses work, my bag work, because I'm still working in my same palette and my same style.
Yeah,
Now, if you struggle to bring in your personal style into your athleisure wear and your athletic wear, let me give you some tips
that
about
makes
that.
me sad. That makes me sad.
It does make me sad.
Makes me feel-
There's little details. And remember, when it comes to style, the devil is in the details. So, like this jacket here, instead of just being a zip up jacket that has a hoodie on it, this has this,
Yeah,
forgot
it's
what you
nice.
call it, neck. It's got pockets right here. It's made out of a cool ribbed material.
Yeah.
The sleeves aren't banded. It's just got a little bit different. So look for those pieces that really speak to who you are. A hoodie can be great. I've got hoodies, but it could be that it has extra zippers on it, or it's a color that garment's not usually made in, especially if you're on the edgy side,
Right.
or it's a print. Y'all get so print constipated, I call it. Why wouldn't I have an athletic jacket that's a print? That'd be super cool. Or my tank is a print.
Yeah, exactly.
So now, if you're super casual, I mean, you're super conservative, you're more on that classic side, look for those same elements that you love in your classic clothing. Those. Look for maybe you find a little jacket that's kind of a little tweedy pattern. And they make all of this now. It is so
There is
big.
so much stuff. Like, but I can tell you, like, if I, especially with, I have more choices when the weather gets cooler than I do now, admittedly, just because I didn't shop this summer. Shut up, Gail. But so when it gets cooler and I'm wearing like I have like really cute wide leg pants and really cute like just even it's a simple shirt, but it's in a nice color. And I can tell you like my lifestyle is I work from home all the time. I have a dog, so I don't want to wear anything too nice because if the dog's feet are dirty and I get them dirty, I need to be able to wash it. And by the time Joe gets home from work and we have dinner, he always wants to go up to the wine bar for like a glass just to hang out and kind of decompress. I don't want to have to go change. I want to be able to wear what I'm wearing, still feel really cute, comfortable, but still stylish, and then go get a glass of wine. And I think that is, for me, it's always this, I don't want to have to think about it again. I want to be able to put on something in the morning and hopefully it lasts the day because the dog didn't do something, right? And then I can just go do one little thing and, lipstick or just, brush my hair and whatever and some jewelry and out the door. And I'm still feeling like myself and I feel really cute. The last thing I want to do is dress like a bum. And then he wants to go out. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't go like this. I have to. It just
That's such a
happened.
great point. For some of us that work at home, I'll think through, okay, I've got to do a Zoom, but we're going to go to dinner later. I
Right.
may get on a Zoom with my nice top that I'm going to wear later and just comfy pants,
Yeah.
and then just slip on a skirt or a nicer trouser when I get ready to walk out to
Yeah.
dinner. Then I'm not all wrinkled and I've not got makeup on it if I'm teaching a
Yeah.
makeup class. So just thinking through your day, that's so wise, Jen. That's such a great tip. Think of the things in your day in these interchangeable pieces.
Right.
But I want to add in something too that's really we are seeing that's going to make it easier for you to dress your style and color are collaborations. And collaborations between brands can be really, really cool because they bring something very unique when two distinct brands come together. One of the best ones I can think of lately is Adidas and Farm Rio. Now, if you know Adidas, the three stripes, the little floral thing, classic lines, classic looks, but Adidas has really gotten into the style game, especially
Yeah,
this.
they have. They have.
They did a partnership with Farm Rio. If you don't know Farm Rio, they are very boho and tropical. All their stuff is prints. It's wild. It's out there. It's crazy color combinations. Farmario prints in Adidas athletic wear.
I
So if
love
you
it.
say I'm boho, there's no athletic wear in mine. Oh baby, there he is. There he is. And I just did a collaboration with someone else. I'm like, that is the coolest thing. So this is a thing, and we're seeing it happen in not only clothing but makeup collaborations between brands. Like ColourPop does one with like a cartoon, and they put out colors that are in that cartoon or a princess. I mean, it's just some crazy stuff we're
Yeah,
seeing.
Converse. I think Converse is the one that does like the Peanuts or something, or like they have like Snoopy Converse and stuff like that. I mean, so if you like that fun twist, it's super cute.
Well, and I know of two shoes, one of them being Converse, and the other one is a more high end brand, but that you can customize your shoes.
Yeah.
You can go on and pick the color of the regular base of the shoe, the tongue, the back strap, the sole.
Oh
It is
man,
the
Gail goes nuts on this.
I love this crap. Making one night I found this other website where I could make
Yeah,
people pumps and boots, and I
she was
just
going crazy.
forever. You can change out all the pieces, the fabric. So the point being, there's no excuse anymore to say, oh, well, they don't have that in mind. And they are getting into, I've seen recently, more of like sweatpant material, French terry, those in warmer tones,
Yeah.
like your golden yellows, your oranges, your rust, your camel. So it's out there. And you may have to look a little harder, but you're going to feel so much better when you do. But look for those little details that make it feel like, if you're a very classic person and you would never wear something slumpy, don't wear it in your athletic wear. Look for something like this jacket has a lot of structure to it. It'd be good for a classic person because it's got the clean lines
Yeah.
that they like. For me, I just like it because part of edgy style is just something unexpected and different, and not what you would normally see. So just know that whatever it is, and if you want to go romantic, get you a little fluffy tennis skirt with the ruffles all over it. That's a thing. The accordion tennis skirts have been so big this summer. And I just got one. I got a bubble skirt. I
You
obsessed
got
with
a
that.
bubble skirt. Oh
I got a
boy.
bubble skirt, a tennis skirt that's a bubble skirt.
Okay.
No, it feels amazing because that outside bubble is so light and fluffy. You get some air under there, but I also got it from a really good brand. So it's really well made, and it's solid, icy, Icelandic white. I mean, you cannot miss me coming in the bubble skirt. But sometimes I just wear it with a white tank and just go all white. And people are like, oh, yeah, it's playing Wimbledon today. But I want you to know that skirt turned out so cute. And it was a risk for me to add fabric fat. But it was just like I tell you about your pants. The fabric slopes. It's not a bunch of extra fabric on my fat waist. Another lady asked me where I got it and came in the next week with it on. She's like, oh, wait, so look for things like that. Am I romantic? No, but a bubble skirt was different to see on a tennis court. So therefore it fell into edgy. But even if you're romantic, these ruffles, you might do the tennis dress. You might get a tank that has the ruffly little edges off here. Just bring it in somewhere. So next category.
Yeah, Gail's gonna mute herself from the dog. All right.
Someone has had the audacity to walk down the street. Can you believe it?
I know, I know. So let's listen to that little
Let's
monster.
talk about swimwear.
Oh, you want to talk swimwear? I was good. Okay, no, we can do that. Let's do that.
Y'all think I'm kidding, but I'm talking like we bought a new cooler last year because we're really beach people. We love the beach. And I fretted over that cooler so long because it had to match. Everything had to match. Our tent's blue. The cooler had to match.
Okay, see, she does take it a
I do
little
think it to
farther
be
than
pretty.
others. Yes.
But when it's all set up on the beach, it's all color coordinated, it makes the prettiest photos. But let's talk about your. So to me, you can tell me, color expert, I think the less you're wearing, the better it better be.
Oh yeah, a suit in a great color. Please don't default to black if you're not
If
bright
you're
blue
not Gail.
deep. Like, like I have like a really pretty royal blue aqua thing, but what's great about not just the color of it is just that it fits. The suits really is it fits really really well, And I'm not the skinniest person. I'm 52 or will be very soon, but I don't feel self-conscious because if it's a really well-fitted suit, it feels really good. And I feel like I think that's true with everything we have mostly. You could have something slightly off, but if that suit was like dumpy or too big or too small or just a really crappy cut, doesn't really matter what the color is. You're still gonna feel off. You're still gonna feel like I didn't
I
do my.
say something controversial here. Even if all that is off, if it's your best color,
It's
you're
still
still
better. It's still better. But like I have you'll be so proud of me though, because I have a royal blue cover up, super cute. It's got like a little V, a little hoodie, little pockets. And so for all of you who don't know me, got Gail's out playing pickleball and at the beach all the time. I'm always on a cruise ship. So if I'm not home working or doing art, I'm on a cruise ship. And so having pieces that I can throw on, throw off without having to carry a crap ton of stuff off the ship onto the beach is key for me. I'm not a big bag person. I do not like to bring, I just can't do what other people do where they have like a whole arm, army of stuff. So my little thing with pockets and I have a little bag and I got my hat. It's a cute little coral hat and sunglasses and bright blue sunglasses. I'm good to go.
love it. I love it. Because y'all think about this. A lot of you are buying just black when you go to the beach because you don't love your body and you think black's going to hide it and fix it. Please stop hiding in your clothes. You would be much more attractive in a suit that is one of your best colors.
Yeah, 100%. No
You're
one,
not hiding anything. You're not erasing anything.
and here's the thing too, honestly, if you think about it, people are not looking at you as much as you think they are. They're all doing just exactly what you're doing, probably. Just worried about, is my butt hanging out too far from my suit? Oh no, wait, my boobs, oh, look at the back. The back fat's a little bit over the strap. I don't like that. Maybe I should wear shorts over my suit. Everyone's already doing it. So nobody's spending their time and energy looking at you. They're just not. Unless, you're a supermodel and you're walking by and you've got, otherwise it's
I think
just
people too
give yourself some grace. Just give yourself a
they get
break.
in their head that swimsuits have to be a certain color, a certain thing like, and they come out in these grandma patterns. That's what just wrecks my nerves is these awful patterns that people choose. Now, if that pattern is right for you, fine. But people just think they need to go down and get the tropical pattern swimsuit, even if they don't have that personality or wear any of those colors. Stop selling yourself short. Make good decisions in every area. Think, what would be my ideal color for a swimsuit? And what is my personality? If you're romantic, choose one with little ruffles and maybe a little halter top, something a little more. If you're edgy, look for one that again has the zippers, has some baubles, maybe some bold, crazy, striking color like
Right.
silver, or like one of mine for this year is as white as this jacket. And that's all it is solid white. It's a risk,
It
but
is risky. That's a risk.
it's double
Well
layered. It's
lined,
a
right?
beautiful suit, very well lined. Get up here, stupid. But I want you to think beyond just the basic offerings down at the big box store when you choose that because you're not wearing anything else. There's no adding a jacket to fix this bathing suit. Yeah, it's the bathing suit.
Right.
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 And stay in your color range. Keep it all in
Right.
alignment. And it will be so much easier too when you go to pack and to dress. If you've bought all these things in your palette, like your cover up is going to match your swimsuit. It's going to work with your flip flops. It's going to work with your
Yeah.
jewelry. It will really give you peace of mind and you will feel so much better in it. And think
Right.
about even when you go to the beach, like I'll ask clients, okay, you need a swimsuit. Where are you going in your swimsuit? Are you laying on the deck of a cruise or are you at the water park with your kids? Because that's two different swimsuits.
Oh, yes, it is. It's two different swimsuits.
Are you lounging with a beverage at an adult exclusive resort? That's one kind of swimsuit. But if you're playing beach volleyball, that's another kind of swimsuit. So know who you are. And here's how you can get super specific. I wanted to cover up with pockets. You know why? Because one of my favorite things to do and what I'll spend hours doing at the beach is walking on the beach looking for treasures,
Right.
specifically shark teeth. And I always wind up carrying things. I'm like, I'm getting me a cover up with some dang pockets, or I'm getting a bag. So I found a cover up with pockets and it made me so happy. So those little things.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we will be active in the pool. So, like, if we're going to get in pool volleyball, I'm going to put a rash guard over my suit so my breasts aren't bouncing everywhere. And I
I don't
also
have that
know
problem. So no.
we are known to stay on the beach for very long periods, like just sit there and nobody wants to get up and go to dinner, and you just decide you can eat leftovers. When it's late in the day like that, I'm going to want to cover up that protects me from the beating sun, because there's a point where your sunscreen's just done. I don't know if you know that or not, but
Mhm.
reapplying 30, if you've already got burn at 30, does not do anything. You got to go up. And there's, just a point where you just need to cover up. Or if you go to a beach that there's a lot of wind, or you're on a ship where there's a lot of wind, you may want a different cover up that works for that. It may be a little thicker, it may be long sleeve rather than short. So I really want you to think of how you live and how you wear those clothes, as well as your personality and your color. So I'm very aware of buckles on my swimwear. I really don't like it if it has a gold buckle, because then I feel like I need to wear gold earrings, and those aren't my favorite.
Here we go again.
People overlook little details, and then the outfit doesn't come together and they're not exactly sure why. Even when I pick out my flip flops, they've got to be able to walk in the ocean. They've got to be able to be easily rinsed off when we're walking back to the accommodations at the little shower. Um, Also, even to get super specific, we go to day trips to the beach a lot. It's a few hours from our home, but we've got this little thing we do, and we go to the beach all day, and then we change at they have these little shower huts and stuff, and it's really decent. It's not dirty or anything, but I know that the floor that's going to be wet.
Yeah,
So I'm
ew.
trying to drag some pants and pull them on. That's when that athletic dress comes into play. I've also had a situation where I need to change one day, and I changed beside my car because I had that dress. I could just pull over, slip my bathing suit off, slip my undergarments on. So really just think about with purpose, and it will relieve so much stress, because when it's time to go, even my kids know this. You don't bring anything that drags the floor. You bring it, outfit yourself, and then when it's time to go do something, you're just ready to go. You're just ready to go.
Let's talk about undergarments.
Lord, we could talk about our undergarments till next week.
Okay, well, we're not going to do that, but most people, right? Most people will default to nude colors, which is, by the way, nothing wrong with that, especially if you wear, you don't want your clothes colors of your
It's
under.
worse than that, Jen. Most people will default to white. That's the
Oh,
mistake.
really? I would
Yeah.
assume nude. Maybe
A
I
lot
don't.
of people default to white. I'm like, nobody needs any white underwear. You just don't.
And then I don't, and black is sort of translated into sexy. And I think some people actually just avoid that. And I don't know why, because honestly, if nobody ever sees your underwear, you could argue with me and say, well, then who cares? But you kind of should care a little. Like I've got some really fun bras that I pull out every once in a while, especially if I know I can wear it over, underneath something because it's just cute.
No, I don't
Just,
have fun bras.
you don't have any
My
fun bras?
bras are basically tactical gear.
Yeah, well, everybody. Okay, so I'm speaking for someone who is small on top. Someone small on top, I have more choices. I
This
can get
is
away
an
with
E
more.
cup, what I've got on right now, my athletic bra. But here, let me tell you, here's where you are settling too. Y'all go down there and buy those slip-on tube tops and call it a bra for athletic purposes. It just, you think it's tight and it's a tank form, that's a bra. Stop with the freaking athletic bras that give you a uniboob and
I've
no
never
shape
seen that.
and
I've
no
never seen that.
support.
Never seen that.
Little tanky bra that people just pull on and call it a day, and they have this uniboob sausage across their front. You've seen it. No, I look for the same things in my athletic bra. This has a wide strap to hold the girls up. It's underwire. I have lift and separation. It's a T strap in the back, so my straps don't show much outside my tank top. I'm looking for the same characteristics in that bra. But again, people been sold a bill of goods, and like if you go buy a running bra, very few of them are going to have underwire and separate cups. They have this thing that just kind of mushes it all together. But the
All right,
right
that's
one,
fair. I'm just not conscious of it because again, I don't have much. So it
oh,
doesn't
I've
really
seen it
matter.
all, girl.
But
I've
even
seen
so,
it
okay, so we're talking about that was very functional though, but
pressed
in
down.
general, hmm?
I've seen them pressed down. I've seen hanging. I've seen, honey, they're swinging. I've seen it all.
Okay, listeners, I just want to say that I got off on a tangent. I'm really, really
You can get
sorry.
me talking about that brazier. Mm.
I was talking more about your color and style in your undergarments, not just the don't wear a uniboob bra.
People got
You're
excited
not.
on sports bras, though. That's another thing where that's what was out there. Like to find this bra was a mission. Like you have no idea how many stores I went through and how many I tried on to get to this bra. But when I get on a mission, I'm not settling. I'm not going to settle. When we settle, we are telling retailers that we will buy that crap. Don't settle. You go get the one you want and need. It may take a deeper dive. It may be harder to find, but this is where we get in trouble with just accepting what they offer us. Don't accept what you're offered. Accept what's right for you and what makes sense, and do that across your wardrobe. Because as long as you buy that crap, they'll keep putting it out there, and nobody needs a uniboob. Nobody. Now it's going to be an act of Congress to get this back off because it's way that she did a job today. There's no pinching in right here. She's not bubbling around. She's not. We're all good. Just think instead of accepting what's originally first offered to you. But when it comes to undergarments, also, let me say this. Undergarments are like makeup in that what is right for your best friend may not be right for you at all. That comes to bras and panties, shapers. Like the bra that's best for me is based on one that really keeps my bra, my fleshy parts from going underneath my arm. I like a really high underwire. Some of you don't like underwires at all, but I need it pushed up and in to the center. Some of you don't. Some of your breasts are very centered. Some of you don't need as much lift. Ask yourself what you need and get that across the board. I do the same thing in swimwear. I shop for swimwear with built-in brassieres that have the latch across my back. Y'all, that band across your back, latching or being adjustable, makes all the difference in support because that's really your band is where you should get support. But like in even underwear, how you're shaped will determine which panties you need. Do you need a high leg cut? Do you need a brief? Is a bikini really best for you? And like since I've lost weight lately, my butt got a bit flat. And so I've had a struggle with some that were supposed to be stick to your leg and all that. They rode right up my backside because there was nothing to hold them down. So that's not the right panty for me, even though it's gets great reviews from a lot of people.
Well, sure. Yeah.
So do you need tummy control? Do you have jiggle and cellulite in the back? What do you need that panty to do? And look for the one that does that.
Right.
Regardless of what your friend says about it, she may be shaped totally different than you.
Because I can tell you, like, I have some of the ones that I wear the most are probably the most boring as far as color goes, but the fit and the shape and the cut are just right. And I will have those will be my go-to all the time. Because
Yeah.
yeah.
I've worn the same panty up until here recently for many years. And I
Now
did
Gail is
have
like
my
super,
small booty.
super gorgeous and slim. Not that slim is necessarily gorgeous, but I can tell by the way she stands in her photos and stuff that she is feeling good, really confident about herself. So it
Who is
really
that?
shows.
Who are you talking about?
You.
Oh, I didn't hear what you said.
I said, I said, Gail's all gorgeous and slim now. And I said, not that slim means gorgeous, but based on how you take
There's a bunch of tummy
photos, you are
waves.
so
And
much
I have
more
to be
confident.
careful about things that, like, I'm really fleshy on my tummy, and that's where I'm still carrying the last of my weight. And so I have to be careful not to choose like a shaper that comes up and squeezes in at my waist, because when that happens, it creates a muffin top. So
Oh,
if
it's
I'm
like
going
a
to wear
cartoon.
a shaper, I have to have a shaper that comes all the way up. So it's more like a biscuit can, it's all tucked in one thing like a sausage case. If it stops right there, that just cuts me off. The same thing happens like if you have real fleshy legs, if you carry a lot of your extra in your thighs,
Yeah,
you want
yeah,
to be careful where that shaper stops going down your
right.
leg.
Because then
Because
it'll
if
do
it cuts
this.
across,
Yeah,
you'll have on a dress or pants and we can all see it.
yep, yep.
But I do have a bunch of nude undergarments, and here's why. That is never wrong. Nude is never going to be wrong. It's always going to work. So especially when you're traveling or you're in a hurry and you don't want to think about it, the nude is my go-to 90% of the time.
I would agree. Yep,
City.
yep.
But here's the thing too. Your nude and my nude might be different because nude can be everything from a wheat color to a very dark color, or even getting into the browns, like women of color have their
Yeah.
nude. And the cool thing is, undergarment manufacturers are making a variety of nudes now instead of just one color nude, acting like that's everybody's skin tone. And I do have some lighter and deeper ones. Like this is kind of a dark nude if you look at it, but up against my skin through white, if you're tanning, you may need darker undergarments in the summer, and you may not have even thought about that.
Right. Right.
But yeah, just forget white.
I mean,
White's
especially when if there's if there's a chance that you're going to be able to see your bra strap in any way, if there's a chance, you'll want something that's closer to your skin color or the exact match to the top that you're wearing. That's always a win. That's always an option too, but it's tough
if
to
it's
do.
sheer or if it's see-through, any of that, I promise you, nude will never be the wrong choice. Never. Can you have other choices sometimes for fun? Yes, but especially if you're on a budget or you just like things
Yeah.
simple, get your best nude, the color of your skin, not mine, not Jen's, your skin color. And you just won't be sorry at all. Another thing about undergarments is I want you to have an undergarment wardrobe. I want you to have the right bras if you need a shaper, undergarments, and I think almost every woman needs a shaper tank in nude because there's occasionally that thing that's just a little too sheer, or it's a fabric that's really thin or really like thin and clingy, and you can see your like booby flesh or your little belly
Mm-hmm.
flesh. And that shaper tank will just make you feel a lot more confident, and you won't see the jiggle, nor can you see through it. Like if you're wearing a one of these open weave sweaters or stuff, those can be great. Now, those also you can get a lot of different colors in your palette, but I think everybody needs a nude one just for that time that it's not quite suitable to just have your bra there. And it will make you feel so confident. And
Yeah.
especially because I get this all the time, Jen, for some reason, these women are so worried about back fat. I don't know how they know it's back there because I barely look at my back, but they are more concerned about back fat than they are their mascara and lipstick. These smoothing shapers will just kind of hold everything in place. You won't have a bulge outside of your bra. It'll smooth that out. So smoothing tank and nude is a
Well,
absolute half.
I have a bodysuit also. So it's with the tank, but basically goes all the way down. So it smooths everything down. So it doesn't ride up. Sometimes the tanks, when they're fitted, sometimes ride up and drives me a little crazy. But
No,
for
mine comes
me,
down to my hip. And that's another thing. Don't go get them at Forever 21 that are made for 12-year-olds. You got to go to the right store that
right.
makes
It
garments for
makes
mature women. Mine comes
that's
down to my hip.
yeah, but that's one of my go-to garments to take with me when I go vacationing because it looks great under any name the dress, t-shirt dress, long dress, gown, as because the cut's really nice, the color is nude, so it goes over everything, and it just moves everything out, and so I just feel extra confident.
Bodysuits
Um,
are raging right now, and they're
mhm,
available in all those. You can find them in all
yeah,
these colors. It's not a good choice for me because I'm on the tall side, so fit's always an issue. And my breast, it can make your breast look pressed down if you're not careful, or if you don't have a butt, you can get some ride up in the back. So again,
yep,
choose the garment that's right for
yep,
you.
yep, yep.
The one's right for you, but I love the ones that come down to your hip because they're long enough to tuck in a
Tuck in,
pant.
yeah, tuck in, right.
They're not coming up. That's another thing with shapers too. Be careful that you're not getting one that comes to the point that it's just going to roll back down off and
Yeah, that just drives me absolutely bonkers. Yeah, I have shapers that go all the way up and you have to tuck them underneath. Or
yep,
I've got the
all over your bra.
bodysuit. And the bodysuit has legs, but the thighs go all the way down to almost above my knee. So my thighs are smooth. But you gotta be careful what dress you wear with those because you can see if you're wearing a dress that's too short, you have to either not wear it or roll
So
shit up.
embarrassing to see somebody's spanks hanging out. Now, there's also another garment that if you say, well, those compression things really press down my breast in a way I don't love, there's ones that come below the breast that
Hmm.
still have a strap to just
Right, to
smooth
go up.
your tummy.
Hmm.
Yeah. And that can actually give some more lift to the breast
Right.
without pressing them down or being weird about that. So we'll sidebar on undergarments. We're going to do a whole show on undergarments because
I think we might.
we've had a request for that. But the point is, we want you to be thoughtful in
Mhm.
every area. thoughtful. So before we go, let's talk about pajamas.
Oh, let's talk about pajamas.
Some sad pajamas out there. And I think pajamas are a great place to really express yourself, especially if you maybe get a little uncomfortable expressing yourself publicly, but you kind of got that desire to. Pajamas can be a great way to express yourself. And I am as picky about pajamas as I am a good lipstick.
I remember when I first moved out of my house when I had gotten separated, and I spent a lot of time behind myself, like really cute, coordinated, matching pajamas that I could wear around the house, like little zippy sweaters and tank tops and cute little pants, and they were all in my right colors. And not that the reason I'm bringing it up was that time of my life is just to make a point, is that it felt really I felt really good about myself to put a cute little outfit on that was still pajamas, but I kind of walked around feeling put together. Sometimes when other things are sort of feeling a little frazzled around the edges in your life, if you can just find a set of pajamas that just makes you kind of feel really cute and pulled together and uh such a simple thing, and they're
Something
comfy. You
very
gotta make sure they're comfy. They
luxurious
gotta be
about your
comfy.
pajamas too, that you really love. There's something that feels pampered about that, like taking a bubble bath.
Yeah.
It's just some foam in a tub, but there's something about it that makes you feel a little bit pampered. Gray pajamas can be the same thing.
Yeah, self-care.
Again, you've been
Great
duped
slippers too.
because you walk in these store and you buy what they offer you. Um, but let's think about temperature. Let's think about
Yeah.
use. Let's think about your romantic situation. I think I'm going to again be controversial, but if I'm not being controversial, provocative, who am I? I think it is insulting to your partner if you get dressed up every time you leave the house and you look good for the public and you don't look good for them. Now, I think this goes both ways, so I'm not being misogynistic here. My husband doesn't look like Dookie at home either. He has cute pajamas too. He
Yep.
has cute pickleball clothes. But I think there's something insulting about that. Plus, I don't think you ever feel your best. But if you just go into the big box stores and accept what they offer you, sometimes it can be there's some bad pajamas out there. Look for pajamas in your color palette.
Yeah.
Again, it may be a little harder to find. And pick pajamas that suit who you are. Like I can't stand the ones that are all slick and silky because they get wrapped around me at night. I'm very hot natured, so I'm almost always sleeping in either a poplin material if it's a long pant, or it's shorts, or it's a little gown. I really like short set pajamas in poplin. That's my go-to fabric, cotton and poplin. But if you're a person that lives in a cold climate or you get cold, then by all means get the flannel, but you can get cute flannel. You can get high quality flannel, and you don't have to pay a ton for them. There's a lot of companies out there. I just got some from I think J. Crew Factory that had little beachy things on them. So I'm going to wear those to the beach because we do have some situations where we share a condo with some close friends, and I may come up out for breakfast in my pajamas, and I want them to be modest but cute and
Right.
wearable. So when I buy pajamas, I think through things like that. Like, where are you wearing your pajamas? Do
Mhm.
you have Are you a female and you have teenage boys in your house that you don't want to be on display for? Think about who's seeing you and how you want to be seen by your husband, your family members. Are you the mom that there's a lot of teenage boys spending out at your house? You're getting up cooking breakfast in your pajamas. That's a different pajama, and we
Yeah.
need to be aware, and we need to have the robe for it. But y'all, when you put on your pajamas in the evening during your relaxing time, you have a robe that looks nice, slippers that match. It's just going to feel good. It really is.
Yes.
And
I have,
we,
yeah, especially when it gets a little colder too. I've got really cozy socks. I've got really cute. I'm a big pajama pants girl, meaning like I love all the different patterns, especially when you get to the holidays. I'm a seasonal pant. I'm
she's a fun
ridiculous.
pant
I
girl.
have so many ridiculous things, but I don't care because they make me happy and make me smile, and even makes my husband smile because it's my personality. And and my daughter wants, maybe match, and it's a whole thing. But
Sometimes
pajamas are taken very
I wear my
seriously in this
pajamas
house.
most of the day. I'm not that girl that pops out of bed and gets dressed. I just don't. I'm like, what are we doing? And if we're just going to lay around and watch pickleball, I may have my pajamas on until we decide it's time to go to dinner or something. So that's a different I'm wearing my pajamas a different way? Are you that person that, um, you know, I have one client who wears outfit to work. They have a lounging outfit and then they have their pajamas to go to bed. That's the way
Okay.
because they take that really seriously about looking nice in the evenings for their husband. They're empty nesters and she wants to look good. She don't want to just look like I came home and got ungood. He's my husband. I'm spending hours a day with him. And so we built her a very specific lounging situation. You may be a girl that goes on girls' trips, and you want cute pajamas
Yeah.
for that. You want them to be somewhat modest. But I have another client who's going to a business event that's going to have a pajama party and she needs specific, she wanted to be glam for that. So
Okay.
just think about where you wear them, how you wear them. And then again, I want to go back to this crossover. Like, I know I've got a shirt up there that is gauze and it's white gauze, like button up, just a classic shirt. I can wear that as part of a shorts outfit, but I can also wear it as a beach cover up. And it matches both things because it's all built around my palette and my style. So when you build this way, you're going to reduce your stress. You're going to have pieces that work both ways. Like some of my little cute athleisure dresses also double as cover ups if I want them to,
Yep.
depending on the
That's true.
situation. Like, because sometimes at the beach, you're going to throw something on and go for a bike ride, and come back. I can throw these over. So when you work to build everything still in your palette, still in your style, everything's going to be very cohesive in all parts of your life. You're going to feel just as good in these other parts of your life. And you're just going to reduce your stress, increase your confidence, which is two tenets that we have here at Your Color Style. Anything else, Jen?
No, I think we did good. I mean, I'm inspired as always from our conversations. So
Me too. I just think, what do I need to go shopping for today?
I
I mean,
know,
I
right?
carry y'all would laugh of how far I carry this, my colors and
Oh no, I
my.
think we'd all know. I think we'd all know.
I have a piece of furniture in my office that's silver, shocking. Oh, I just don't like color disharmony. I just can't take it. It just makes me not feel good. It doesn't make me happy. So, like if you tried to give me a cute dog that was beige, I don't know if I would love it. It's the same.
Anyways, I'll wrap us up, Gail.
Well, we want you to carry these lessons through all parts of your life, and so that you feel and look your best every single day, morning till night, and everything you do. And we want you to build closets and wardrobes that when it's time to go do something, you're prepared. And that's
Right,
something I preach a lot. When you see the right thing that you know is going to be part of your life in your right colors, buy that then, because a lot of people want to wait till they actually it's time for that
right.
whatever
It's
that
gone.
they knew was going to eventually happen, like a funeral or a wedding. And then that's when we wind up having to take what's available. And
Right,
sometimes that's not what's our best. So think about your building your wardrobe and your closet as an ongoing process and something you give time and attention to on a regular basis. Be proactive about it rather than reactive,
right.
and you cut out so much stress in your life and you will walk out the door feeling confident. But until next time, you guys go and get your Moxie on. Bye now.
Bye.